Pakistani accent. But no, and so it's so great because these are like, for these guys, for these families that come to me with these copies, it's like that cherished thing, you know, because they've held on to it, and it's something that means something to them. It's so sweet. So, you know, it's become this thing now where after it came out in VHS, it suddenly started making more money and people became more aware of it, and then it had this whole following, and now this. And I mean, I couldn't be more grateful, honestly. I think I can speak for everybody involved in the picture that we're really, honestly, we feel very blessed. So,
I told Cary backstage before we went on that I had a fun fact for him, just to give you an idea of how popular and how big this film is right now. And I'm going to tell him what it is right now. He doesn't know this. That there is a board game, a card game as well, that's coming out this year, you guys, of The Princess Bride. I was doing my research. It's coming out this year, so
awesome.
If you're a fan, you guys want to play the board game, it's coming out. I'm telling you, I'm going to get it.
I'm going to have to get it too, right?
So anyway, that's kind of cool. All right. I know we got the book coming out in October, but I do want to ask this one question. Is there any story that you can share with us, you know, behind the scenes?
Of The Princess Bride?
Yeah, The Princess Bride.
Okay, well, there are so many. Like I said, I want you all to please, if you have an Amazon account, you can save $10 by ordering the book now. And I recommend that because there you go. $10 that could go towards your next purchase of your DVD copy of The Princess Bride. Yeah, I mean, you know, Andre, what can I say? Andre the Giant, yeah. Andre. I get most of the questions I get asked are about Andre, because God bless him, he was just exactly as you imagined to be. He was a real gentle giant, and he had this fixed smile on his face all day long. And he called everybody boss, which is hilarious from a guy who's 7'4" and 450 pounds, you know. You know, why he would think that anybody is his boss is just beyond me. Anyway, one day we were shooting outside in a very hilly district of Derbyshire where we shot the movie. And it's actually called the Peak District, and it's called that for a reason, because these hills are more like peaks, yeah? And Andre, you know, had a tough time walking around anyway. And it was tough for him. He couldn't fit inside the transpo vans that took all the cast and crew up to the location. So the production decided to rent him something called an ATV, an all-terrain vehicle. Yeah, well, we never seen those in England before, you know. I mean, that's an American phenomenon, the all-terrain. I mean, you know, and Andre was thrilled. You know, you see this 7-foot guy on an all-terrain vehicle moving faster than he's ever moved before. He was grunting, he was laughing, all day long. And he didn't even want to go to the set. He just wanted to roll around the mountainsides on this thing. And of course, you know, when you see a 7'4" guy rolling on an ATV, you tend to stop what you're doing and look at him, you know. So he comes pulling up to me one day. He goes, right there, pulls right up to me. He goes, "Hey, boss." I go, "Yeah, hey, Andre, how you doing? You having fun?" He goes, He goes, "You want to try it, boss?" I go, "I don't know, Andre. I don't think that's a good idea, man. I mean, you know, I've never ridden with." "Oh, come on, boss. Come on. You love it. You love it." So I politely declined. And then the next day, we go to the set, and there he is again, rolling around everywhere, right? He pulls up to me and goes, "Boss, you know you want to. Come on." And you know, I thought, you know, I'm, 21, 22, whatever it was, and I'm thinking, okay, why not? I mean, you know, I gotta try and be cool. I'm thinking I'm cool, I'm not. And I go, "Okay, fine." He goes, and he lets me get on the bike, and I've never ridden one of these things before. I had no business being on it at all. And the guy who handles the bike for him, the ATV for him, says it's very simple. It's like a motorbike. Here's the clutch, and you put your thing here, and there's the brake, and Andre goes, "Have fun, boss." And off I go, and within 2 seconds, this thing lurched forward. I go over a rock, and I crush my big toe between the rock and the clutch pedal, and I knew it was an instant brake. I felt the big toe, it was bent completely backwards. I just went, oh God, no, I haven't even got to the sword fighting scenes yet. Oh my God. So they all come running over, even Andre walking as fast. Oh, what up, boss? I think I broke my toe. And the nurse, the set medic comes over and they carefully take off my boot, and she looks at my toe and it's now the size of the Empire State Building. And she goes, yeah, I think you broke it. And I go, no, I can't have broken it. There's no way I could have broken my toe. And she goes, well, I think you need to go to the hospital because you need to get a splint made because I'm not qualified to make a splint right here. And I said, no, you don't understand. I have to go back to work now and you gotta help me. You gotta make one. She goes, well, I could make one maybe with a couple of twigs or something. I said, do what you can, please, anything. So she, God bless her, she made a temporary splint. They had to cut the boot to make it fit on my foot. And I'm telling everyone, I'm fine, I'm gonna be fine. And they said, really? Why don't you get to your feet? And I get to my feet, I'm like, oh, I can barely walk. And I'm thinking, how am I gonna convince Rob Reiner that I can run or jump or forget sword fighting, right? I'm thinking, I'm gonna be fired. Because if you get an accident on a movie, I don't know if you know this, but if you have an accident while you're shooting a film, that's considered workers' comp. And the insurance comes and they cover it and they shut down production while you heal and what have you. But if you get an accident off the set while fooling around like a jackass on an ATV, right? That's not workers' comp. That's just being an idiot, right? So I'm thinking, that's it. They're gonna fire me. We're 2.5 weeks into shooting or 3 weeks into shooting. I'm going, that's it. I mean, how am I gonna sword fight? I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm telling everyone, don't tell Rob. Please, just don't tell him. I'll be fine. And like an idiot, I'm thinking, I'm gonna keep this a secret, what a maroon, right? So I jump out of the van on the set, and I'm walking like, I'm just eating the pain, walking up to him, like, pretending I'm fine, which is ridiculous, totally ridiculous, right? I walk up to him, he goes, hey, Cary, how you doing? And I'm thinking, he doesn't know. There's no way he knows. No. Of course, this is what comes out of my mouth. I'm like, I'm fine. How are you? He goes, okay, I'm good. Are you sure you're okay? And I could tell he knew at that point. I'm like, oh, God. I said, Rob, I am so sorry. He goes, it's all right. I just, you gotta tell me these things. So he was very sweet about it. And he said, can you walk? I go, yeah. He goes, can you run? I go, I think so. He goes, look, don't worry about it. Go to the hospital. Get a proper splint made, and then we'll finish shooting for the day and we'll take it from there. But God bless him, he was so nice about it. I was absolutely terrified that I was going to be fired.
Oh, man.
I learned a valuable lesson. And the valuable lesson is this. It's got, in England they have this whole mentality of like, oh, the show must go on, But the fact of the matter is, it's always better to be honest and straightforward. And I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was operating out of fear, thinking I'd be replaced. But Rob was so sweet. He goes, Cary, we would never replace you. You're great in the part, and don't worry about it. So anyway, like I said, he was very sweet about it, and we finished the film. So when you look at the sword fighting scenes now, I've actually got a broken toe. So I'm kind of proud of the fact, yeah, thank you. I got through it.
Glad you're okay.
I'm okay.
And something else that we just learned too, Cary, you're really good with impressions.
Thank you.
All the characters you've done up here on stage, you've done the voices, impersonations, and stuff like that. All right, so I know we want to get some fan questions. You guys have some questions? We have a microphone set up right over here. So if you want to go over there, as much as time will allow, we're going to take some questions for Cary.
Cool.
I think we're ready to get started. You ready, Cary?
I think so.
Can we do this?
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead.
Hi, Cary.
Hello. What's your name?
My name's Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
And I just want to say before I ask my question, I have been to a lot of cons, and you are the nicest person I've ever met at
Thank
a
you.
con.
Come and give me a